Welcome back to the channel. My name is Brady, and today I'm going to talk about how Halo 5 is one of, if not, the best 343 Industries game that they've produced. So without further ado, let's jump in. Halo 5 Guardians came out in 2015 to some mixed reviews, mostly due to its lackluster campaign. Now, I played through the campaign one time and one time only, and that was when I first got the game, and to my surprise, I actually thought it was pretty fun to play through. The storyline was iffy, but the gameplay itself was fun, and you actually had decent AI teammates when you played as Master Chief or Spartan Locke. And the missions themselves had a decent amount of time where you had to actually go through objectives, and it was tough at times. An element that I liked was that if your teammates went down, you had to revive them or they would die and you would have to restart from the last checkpoint. Although it was annoying at times because if one got downed, another teammate would go for the down teammate and could also get down. And then it would just get annoying with all of your teammates potentially going down, you having to go back and revive them, and it could just be a whole mess that you wouldn't really want to have to deal with. It actually reminded me of how crucial it was to have the Arbiter with you in Halo 3's campaign, since both seemed to share AI capability, and the enemies could get pretty tough, especially if you were playing on Legendary difficulty. Now, when I played through the campaign on normal difficulty, it actually wasn't too hard. The enemies were pretty easy to beat. The grunts would be difficult at times, but if you had your pistol and a good shot, you could usually take them down without it being too much of a challenge. It was actually fun to play, and I've always wanted to go back and play through it on Legendary, but I'm sure I'll get to it at some point, hopefully. However, due to the fact that the storyline, just like Halo 4, was hard to follow and just really didn't make a lot of sense, the campaign turned off a lot of people. But one thing that 343 Industries did a phenomenal job on was the multiplayer. The new edition of Warzone, which is a player versus AI game mode, kept multiplayer fast-paced and full of action. Also, the new edition of the Rec system, which offered numerous variants of all the guns included in the game, gave the player a ton of options to include in their layout. In Warzone, the default weapons that wouldn't cost you rec points are the assault rifle, battle rifle, SMG, DMR, and the pistol. All five had numerous types of variations that you could pick from, whether it's a suppressor on the assault rifle or a switchblade on the end of your SMG. The same variations could be found on guns that would cost you rec points, like the rocket launcher or plasma rifle. For example, the sniper rifle had a variant called the Nornfang, which offered a greater damage output, granting a one-shot kill no matter where you hit someone. However, if you wanted to use it, you'd have to get a certain rec level in the game, and when you select it, you have to let your rec levels recharge in order to use it again or another variant of a gun. The same thing would work with the assault rifle or battle rifle, with it being whatever variation you wanted to get, you would also have to get a higher rec level. Like the DMR was usually a level 6 rec, and it wouldn't make you recharge your level, but you had to get to that certain level to be able to use that gun. So the elements were the same, just a little different based on your default weapons that you could pick, or the weapons that would cost you your level and you'd have to recharge. There were also hundreds and hundreds of armor and helmets, emblems and stances, and assassinations. 343 Industries really went all out on the customization in Halo 5. Now, some of these emblems, stances, I think assassinations as well, could be unlocked through challenges, while others would have to be bought through rec packs, those being gold, silver, or bronze. Now, the gold packs offer 2 permanent unlocks that would rank from uncommon to legendary. Silver would offer 2 permanent unlocks as well, but those would only be common to rare, and bronze would offer 2 common unlocks, but they would have to be just a chance at being permanent. So you didn't really get any guarantee with the bronze. There really wasn't much of a point to buy the bronze packs, in my opinion. What I like to do, and I'm still grinding on the game, is actually buy the silver packs to knock out the common to uncommon to rare recs, and then once I get all of those knocked out, get the ultra rare and legendaries from the gold pack, so that I get my value with the rec points that I get after every match. One of the strongest things that I think that they've done to keep the game fresh is that they keep adding weapon skins or new Warzone maps. Although the Warzone maps, you don't really see that as much today as you did more last year in 2016. The weapon skins always are added when they do the Halo Championships though. And they've been doing this for almost 3 years now that the game's been out, so it seems like every time I log in, there's something new that wasn't there before. It just feels like the game stays consistently fresh. One of my favorite incorporations is that you can actually join a custom games lobby when you're in the custom games menu. As long as it's a public lobby, you can join it. And I think if that was included in Halo 3, which had some of the best custom game modes, especially with game modes like Fat Kid or Duck Hunt, I think that community would have been so much more prominent and vast that it would have carried over to the Halo games that would have came out in the future, especially in Halo Reach with the capabilities that that game had, and even Halo 4. So yeah, Halo 5 was and still is the best 343 Industries game that they have produced, and although the campaign will probably always be a head scratcher, unfortunately, I hope that Halo 6 incorporates a lot of these multiplayer properties included in Halo 5 Guardians. Now, if you guys liked the video, please leave a like, and if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you all in the next video on Friday.